May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Get ready for an adventure-packed weekend at the West Coast Outdoors Sport Fishing Expo. Taking place at the Ventura Fairgrounds. It's everything outdoors under the sun. Discover the latest in boats, explore thrilling charters, and dive into the world of RVs. Whether you're an avid angler or just love the great outdoors, there's something for everyone. For more information, visit sportfishingexpo.com.
Everybody, welcome to this very special edition of Freedman Adventures. Man, I can't wait for this great show that we have coming up, the West Coast Outdoors Sport Fishing Expo here in Ventura. And Adam,
how you doing?
Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
Richard,
how you doing?
Great to see you. You guys are awesome, and man, this sounds like an incredible show. We walked in here, and you guys have got the war room going on, man. And you've got so many different people coming to the show. Let's get to some of the basics. Who's going to answer it? You want me to? I'll start with you.
Either. Well, on the boat side, we have everybody from boat specialists to a couple marine. What is it, Adam, from Bakersfield? Gailey's Marine.
Gailey's Marine, boat specialist, executive yachts, Duffy Boat,
Duffy
Freedom
Boats,
Boats, Ventura County Boat Clubs,
Wow,
Channel Island
excellent.
Boat Clubs.
So they're bringing quite a few boats to the show.
I was going to ask you, first of all, when is it?
Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Oh, okay.
May 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Perfect. Okay, and what is the cost to get into the show?
The cost to get in is $15 at the door. Tickets are going to go live online tonight.
Oh, great.
Yeah, actually, they're going live tonight.
Tonight, the date is April 1st. So, after April 1st.
You got it. And they'll be accessible online. Locally, if you know me, you're around here in the Tri-County area, we're very generous with our tickets.
Yes.
We don't mind sharing it and inviting people, to come enjoy our show.
Great. Richard, what are the hours of the show and where is the show exactly?
Sorry about that. I've been talking all day.
No.
What's going to be May 3rd, 4th, and 5th from 10 to 6 every day. And my voice went.
You better take over.
10 to 6. So the vendor show is 10 to 6. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We do have some VIP tickets that are circulating out there that we gave to people that are going to allow them to come in at 9 a.m.
He's coughing on this.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, everybody.
Oh, he's coughing on it. Took the mic with him.
I hope he doesn't start vomiting.
It's going to be a different show after that.
Exactly.
No, but we're addressing a need in our community here for this type of show. I mean, Ventura County, we're here at the Channel Islands. I mean, we have four landings within 30 minutes. From Santa Barbara, Hooks, Cisco's, Ventura Sportfishing.
And there's no show here for the people of Ventura, Oxnard, that area. I mean, you can drive all the way to Long Beach, San Diego.
That's the closest. Long Beach is the closest to us for a show. But we have quite the network here locally, so we're expecting to have a great show. We've been promoting and marketing from Bakersfield to San Luis Obispo to San Diego, San Pedro, Long Beach, the whole fishing area. Northern California, we got people coming from Kern River. We got people coming from further north, basically fly fishing classes and courses or presentations and seminars. Of course, we got a decent line of speakers set up for this show, and I've had the help of Eric from Eric's Tackle, who's been helping me with a lot of that part of this project, and we're excited. We can't wait to get rolling on this thing.
I don't blame you, Richard. What about the family coming out? Is this a kids family friendly event?
Definitely. That was one of the things that when we first decided to do this show, I noticed that a lot of the other shows, I mean, they do a great job, but a lot of times you don't see a lot of kids there. There's not a lot of activities. So we have some activities. We also have Spencer McKenzie's, who does the world's largest cornhole tournament.
Oh, great.
In August. They're going to be doing a cornhole tournament on Sunday, so that's going to draw some people. We have some ponies that are being brought out by the Sheriff's Department, dog training, and then obviously the fishing as well. So.
Would you say, obviously, the name is there, Sport Fishing Expo. The main emphasis is on sport fishing.
Absolutely. And anything outdoors, to be honest with you, we want to roll this into, if you just do a sports fishing show, there's other people that are interested in things that are around that aren't necessarily fishermen. They don't go on boats. They, outdoors, camping, hiking, off-roading.
You have all those kinds of.
We got something for everybody
That's
here.
great.
And we're working hard to make sure we're trying to cover all the bases. And of course, this is our first one. It's not our first expo. Let me explain that. We've done about 40 expos on large scales.
Wow.
We've done over 150 events between me and my partner Richard. Our new partner, we got Dr. Atney, who's been a little driving force.
I met him.
Yeah,
he's a very funny guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's out there smacking the bushes and getting leads and working and doing everything that needs to be done. He's helping out, and between the three of us, my partner Richard here, he's a little guru with the digital marketing and the website and anything that has to do with that IT industry or digital marketing and promotions. That's his world that he lives in, and if we didn't have him available to do these things like what you're looking at right here, I can call him and we can change a poster up in a day or two and make changes and edit it without going through, pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Where some people have to.
Right.
We have access to a lot of tools like that.
That's great. Big question for you here is, or something that Richard, I think, is worthy of pointing out. Getting out in the great outdoors, whether it's fishing or hiking or any of the things that we've talked about here, is not only a fun thing to do, I think it's an essential thing for kids to get outdoors, because you've got kids glued to their phones nowadays. Everybody knows that deteriorates the mental health of not only kids, but adults and everything else. This is something that families should emphasize as a lifestyle, and here's an opportunity to see some of this stuff.
Especially post-COVID, right? Because of the big thing, during COVID, in 2 years, everybody was stuck to their damn phones. And it's not very healthy.
Develop some habits.
Right. And the good thing about here in Ventura County, everything here is, we got, I don't know if Adam mentioned, we have several harbors here. We have about 5,000 boat slips just between Oxnard and Santa Barbara.
Yes.
So we're within driving distance to several lakes, and there's a lot of stuff to do. You go up into the Ojai Mountains, there's hiking. If you want to go shooting, archery, that type of stuff, we have it within just 20, 30 minutes. So it's really an opportunity for people to come out and look at what's available here locally, because a lot of times you don't know. A lot of people don't know that there's an archery place down the street here.
Right.
And so things like that, I think is going to make a big difference. That's what's going to draw, hopefully, the families. We did a lot of research before doing this. We thought about doing something like this years ago, but then COVID hit, right? Then, we got off track. And but the data's there. The data's there that, this community here needs something like this. And as you can see by the sponsors, the exhibitors, we've got a lot of people coming, a lot of tackle shops, a lot of the old schooler guys that go to all the other shows. You name it. They're coming they're supporting us. And in the beginning, a lot of people were wondering, well, when can we pull it off? And then when they started seeing our marketing materials, we went all out on everything.
I can see that.
And that kind of okay, squash that. Okay, what's next? So now we're getting people that are done with the other shows. Now they're coming and saying, okay, was there space available? And as you can see, we're almost sold out. So it's going to be a pretty good show.
Oh, man, it's going to be a great show. And we'll be giving tickets out on all of our shows. Tackle Shop Confessions, the Morning Briefing, the Danny Cadota Show, everything we do. We'll have some tickets available for this great show. Man, I'll tell you, this sounds wonderful. And I've got to point out, the Channel Islands is the epicenter of some of the best white sea bass fishing, best halibut fishing, tremendous. There's bluefin tuna that show up here every year. It is phenomenal. Look at that. That's a heck of a sea bass. Let me see that.
Yeah, that white sea bass.
Let me tell you how much it weighed. Hold on, let me guess. I can't see it. You're gonna. Let me see that. Baby. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my God, that's 60.
That's 52 pounds.
Oh, okay. Well,
52 pounds.
Yeah, that's a big sea bass, man.
That same trip, I caught 2 yellowtails over 30 pounds.
That is awesome.
So 100 pounds and 3 fish.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this place is
on
really...
the CJ.
Oh, wow.
One of its
last.
Yeah, with Captain Chauncey. He put us on the fish that
Chauncey,
day.
yeah. We did an interview with Chauncey after the boat sank, and it was very emotional, I must tell you.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I had some really good fish. I had my best fishing trip in my life on that boat.
Really?
That trip right
Tell
there.
us about it.
Well, that was it. I got that white sea bass
And 2 big yellows.
and 2 big yellows on 3 fish, and it was time to start drinking.
Chauncey, to you, my
cheers.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chauncey worked his butt off to get us on the fish that day. I've never seen a captain work harder than that.
That's
and,
great.
And the only depressing part of it is that after I dropped my fish on the floor, that white sea bass, I was smiling like jackpot. My neighbor dropped one right next to it, about 5 inches longer. But we had a hell of a barbecue.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. But yeah, fishing up here is so good. And I think that's going to draw a lot of people in here who want to meet the guys out of Ventura Sportfishing. They want to meet the guys on the Aloha Spirit. Is Santa Barbara coming down this way?
Santa Barbara's down
Santa
here,
Barbara's
yeah.
coming down. So
Santa Barbara's representing Jamie and the dive shop, and I think they got a total of almost 4 booths, if I'm correct.
Wow.
And Aloha Spirits there. Sean will be there.
I can see that.
Or Sean will have it represented if he can't make it there. Sean's a good guy. We had a charter. We charter. I'm part of a fishing club called Los Crudos, which means the hangovers.
yeah,
For those of you,
Los Crudos.
for those of you guys that don't know how to drink, it's called the hangovers. But
Yeah, I joined AA 10 years ago, and everybody called me a quitter.
that's exactly. Exactly. You got to be careful who you fish with.
Yeah,
nowadays.
really.
Yeah. I've been fishing I started fishing Channel Islands in 1979 out of Cisco's landing on walk-on boats and stuff like that. But, I remember a show coming to the fairgrounds. I think it's over 20 years. Probably was one of the hall shows, but
I think it was.
over 20 years ago.
Right.
And I keep wondering why we don't have something here in our neck of the woods when we're so close to everything.
Yeah.
And of course, the Channel Islands, we got that endangered species out there. We got eagles, we got the foxes and all this stuff that goes on there. And there's a lot of education for that. And I believe that fishing and outdoors Ventura County is kind of getting left forgotten about. We got all these hiking trails, as my partner said, Ojai, Ventura,
Santa Monica Mountains right here.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
There's so much to do within a 20-mile radius here that you can throw a rock in any direction and find something to do if you put your mind to it.
Are there some mountains here called the Topa Topa Mountains?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Topa
Topa
Topa, and that's a
yeah.
Chumash word, it sounds like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
See, you're laughing out there.
There's a lot of Chumash stuff here in this area.
Yeah.
They used to go back and forth from the islands on much smaller boats, so that's pretty impressive when you see some of the waters between here and the islands at certain times of the year. Some of the most treacherous.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I love fishing up here. I'll tell you, it's so much fun. I've got some ties up here, too. So, first of all, my dad was born in Oxnard.
oh, okay.
Played football at Ventura Junior College. His claim to fame was he went to the Rose Bowl. Not that he was in the Rose Bowl, in the stadium. And they played, who the heck they played? Pasadena, and Jackie Robinson was playing for them. And according to my dad, he made an open field tackle on Jackie that they're still talking
Before
about.
cameras.
Yeah, exactly. But we have the program where my dad's name is Jackie Robinson. He
Oh,
played
that's
football.
cool. That's pretty
And
cool.
that was my dad. My dad's passed away, but, that was his thing, He loved Jackie Robinson, and that was the thing. And my niece... Connie is a doctor at Ventura, whatever it is, the county hospital.
There's
I
the
think?
county, and then there's
CMH.
CMH
Yeah, she's
Community
at the
Memorial.
county hospital. So great stuff. So this fishing up here is incredible. We just got back. Mackie, I'm pointing at our camera guy, who's extraordinary, isn't he?
Yep.
See him over there sleeping.
Good-looking guy.
Yeah, let me tell you, we need one in this group. Let me tell you. Well, we just went out. We were on board the Island Spirit. Freaking customer service is off the hook. The guys are so nice. It's such a pleasure to be out with those guys. We had a great time, Richard. And that's what it's all about,
That's what
right?
it's all about.
What'd you guys land? You get the vermilions.
Yeah, we had good red fishing, whitefish. We had a bunch of rockfish. We tried for halibut for a little while. They didn't want to bite, but we gave that a shot. This is on a freaking half-day boat.
Yeah.
We're fishing Anacapa Island.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Well, that's where I got the white sea bass with Chauncey, is right near Anacapa.
Oh,
Island.
okay.
Last year. Right.
Yeah.
About a year and a half ago. I prefer the whitefish for ceviche.
No, they're great.
Delicious, yeah.
Yeah. You want to give your best ceviche recipe? Probably
Oh,
not that.
it's very simple.
Go for it.
It's lemon and lime, cilantro, tomatoes, serranos, and let it soak, baby, and put some cilantro
How
on
long
there.
do you let it soak? Some people, like, I've
Yeah,
thrown
but
in-
you gotta, depending on the fish.
Yeah.
If it's a faster moving fish, you know you can eat it raw anyway. So.
Yeah, right.
But if it's a ground, you're doing lane cod or something that's on the bottom feeder, you want to let it sit for at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
At least an hour and a half. 'Cause
Although,
the lemon and lime cooks it quick.
Adam, I got to tell you, I went into a restaurant in Santa Rosalia in Baja California, in Sur, and I walk in and I said, "Hey, you guys got any ceviche? We'd love some." And they go, "Oh no, but we'll make it up." Well, they make it 15 minutes later. It's sitting in front of us. I'm going, "Wow, I don't."
Dorado.
Best darn ceviche. It was so good, man. It was
It's probably
really good.
probably Dorado.
I think it was Doraditos. Yeah. So, yes, I mean that's something that we should talk about because the health value of eating fresh fish. But I don't know people out there. I don't know if they understand the people that don't fish that you cannot buy this quality of fish that you catch and you prepare as you take it out of the sea. There's nothing like it.
Nope, there's not. I did a 10-day about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago on the XL, and my processing bill was about $1,000.
Oh, I know. I got one coming up here pretty soon.
But it was worth every bit of it because I got a big family, and some people would have given some of that fish away. But I figured I got 9 brothers and sisters. They all understand my process of sponsorship opportunities. When I go fishing, they know the drill.
What is it? What do you mean exactly? Oh.
Sponsorship opportunities. Trips ain't cheap, right?
It's like a NASCAR driver.
Well,
I'm gonna have to adopt this.
Well, you got even if you go on a day and a half, you're $600, $700, $800 into it.
I know.
For a day and a half trip for a tuna trip.
Yeah.
And we like to have fun and everything like that, catch it all. And everybody loves to eat the fish you catch, but
Right.
there's always sponsorship opportunities, which means your bag's a little bigger with the sponsorship opportunity. Because realistically, I mean, I love to catch yellowfin because you enjoy it for a couple months and then can it. You can thaw it out and can it. It's the best tuna you're ever gonna have.
Yeah.
Bluefin, you got to eat it, right away. I don't like sitting on bluefin too long. Dorado, wahoo's delicious. I learned a lot of fish recipes from my neighbor George Gonzalez. He's like a son, but he's more like a mentor with fishing too.
Yeah.
So he's a boat captain for Busco tugboats, and he's been fishing his whole life. I mean, and he fishes freshwater and saltwater. But
The quality.
the
is
quality
incredible.
of fish is incredible. People don't get it.
Right.
They don't. You go into I do not buy seafood. Period.
Yeah, right. Because
I do not.
every time you do, you're disappointed, right?
Exactly. And then
Well, but the flip side of that too is most of the local restaurants here, it's local
Yeah.
catch.
Yeah.
So
if it's local catch, and I don't mind paying the extra for fresh.
Right.
It's like where was I telling you? Spencer McKenzie's. He gets like right now. I think I heard him say he's getting 25 or 35 pounds of fresh
Halibut per
halibut every morning.
Oh, nice.
Fresh halibut every day
off the boat.
dropped off at your restaurant
Wow.
from around the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that.
No.
And Spencer McKenzie's, they're pretty popular. They do a good job with their food there. And John is one of the people that we're connecting with a little bit for the show. We're going to do some cross promoting with his audience, which is huge,
Yeah.
and our audience, which is huge. We're going to co-promote both our events, and we're excited about this thing. And I just think that Ventura County is going to be really happy that we did this once. And
Oh, yeah.
we're going to get this first one done, and hopefully grow into another room next one. But I think 2 or 3 rooms is probably about what we need until we get.
at least for the indoor
big boats,
stuff,
yeah.
because after a while it gets too big. That's one of the, we listen to a lot of the vendors. We
Yeah.
get out to a lot of shows, and there is such a thing as you said, where it's
Too big.
It's too big.
I understand. I think I understand what you're talking about. In other words, I have asked guys who go to a smaller show and sell some tackle, you must have really done well at this giant show. That then he goes, no, it's too big. Like there's too many people. There's too much.
Nobody's stopping. It's just like the
flow just pushes everybody right by you.
Well,
Yeah.
it's back to like I learned that from a friend of mine that used to train football players, get them ready for the college, and he used to tell his players, you want to be a small pebble in a big pond or a big pebble in a small pond. And if you do the big pebble in the small pond, you're going to get time to play, because you go to these universities, you're sitting behind 5 guys that are better than you.
Yeah, right.
Hoping you play. Well, it's the same thing here. I had some. The PCS show was great. I loved it. I loved the way it was done. I loved everything about it. I did hear some feedback about a couple vendors thinking that, it's almost a little bit too big because, we get kind of washed out.
Yeah.
Well, but a lot of that also has to do with the flow. So we've been studying the flow of because we do a lot of other events. And what I've noticed at a lot of shows is that they keep all the boat people over here. They get all the Alaska guys over there. And it's like, I get it because there's a lot of them, but we're going to try to mix up a little bit more. So like in some of our indoor buildings, we have boats. So because the boat guys never get a lot of traffic. If you notice a lot of the shows, they blow right past.
Right.
And I get it. They're selling a $200,000 boat. There's only so many people, but at least if they see people coming through there, they feel like
they do business.
They
The
do
boat
business,
guys do business at all the shows. They wouldn't be there if they weren't. Some of them are there because they feel like they have to be. But I'll be honest with you. You only invest money in that type of thing for a certain time. If it's not paying, or if there's nothing coming in on your return, then you're sending the wrong people to the show.
Yeah.
With the wrong product.
Yeah, but even with the smaller boats, like the bass fishing boats and stuff, they get stuck with all the big boats. So
I see that. Yeah.
So if there's a lot of people who can afford those boats.
Right.
Yeah.
So some of the vendors here, we have them on the inside with some of the smaller boats. So hopefully the flow will work out. We'll keep monitoring it for next year. We keep improving it.
You guys are very analytical about
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I can see that, right?
Well, we have to, because we have to deliver the goods. If we don't deliver the goods, these exhibitors aren't
They're
going
not
to come
coming
back.
back.
Yeah,
Sure.
we have like 3 of our boat companies. We got Duffy boats. They got the small Duffys. You can't keep them in stock. He's selling them left and right.
Yeah.
Boat specialists. They got this beautiful tugboat, but they're also huge on their Boston whalers. They have a large inventory of Boston whalers. And then Executive Yachts with Eric Herman. Of course, Executive Yachts is exactly what the name is.
What it sounds like, yeah.
There, he's got the creme.
And
these
then Gailey's,
people all
they're
put-
bringing stuff all
yeah,
over from
Gailey's,
Bakersfield.
Gailey's Marine is coming from Bakersfield, and he
Great.
told me he's bringing 10 boats from
Wow.
Bakersfield. So, I think the quality of the companies that we have here with the boats is I'm very happy with it. I've developed relationships with these guys already, and we're not going nowhere. We already booked the venue for the next 10 years. As far as the fairgrounds are concerned.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
10 years?
Yeah.
For this event?
Yeah.
Just for this
Whoa, you guys
Yeah,
kick butt.
we've done about 20 events there
Yeah.
already. We're very comfortable with the staff there. They work well with us. The reason we're not in one of the other rooms that are a little bit larger is the Santa Cruz halls, because they're redoing the roof, and that project takes about 8 to 9 months. So it was not going to be ready in time for our show. These 2 rooms are side by side, which make it a lot easier and more functional. But later on, when we do grow, which we are, we're going to get back into that Santa Cruz hall. And
there's plenty of space there
Yeah.
for us to grow. They do the fairgrounds there.
Yeah, right.
For the fair.
Oh, we can do over 1,000 vendors
Yeah.
at this venue.
Oh,
Which we don't want to be at.
Right.
We don't want to be there. It's crazy to say no, but there's certain things, brain cells that need to. Brain cells that need to remain intact.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now.
But
Richard, I was going to ask you about freshwater opportunities. Are you covering lakes? And
We're
that kind
covering
of stuff
lakes. As a matter of
also?
fact, some of the speakers are very well known up here in Lake Casitas. They go all over, like Cachuma, Pyramid, and Castaic. So we are bringing a lot of those guys here. I think Adam has the list there of some of the speakers.
Oh, great. So you're going to have seminars,
We're going to have seminars.
learning opportunities.
Learning opportunities.
Great.
Just to get people educated.
Yeah.
Especially for the locals. We already, our coverage is pretty much all of Southern California.
Yes.
Our social media is, we're hitting about 75,000 people right now in our database.
That's great.
So, but locally, this area here, I think we're almost at 1 million in population, and a lot of people just, they never make it out this far because there's nothing here.
Yeah.
They don't go out unless there's an event.
Right.
yeah, we got like Fred Clinshall is going to be teaching a seminar.
Who's Fred?
Fred Clinshall is he's a fly fisherman, Northern California. Actually, I think Fred's local now. He's local here, but we got Fred
fly fishing,
Clinshall. We got Fly Fishing the Surf with Lee Behrman, who's very well known, he fly fishes into the ocean.
That's great.
Some of the people, we got Bass Trex, Brian with Bass Trex is going to be talking about fly fishing Ventura County, surf fishing Ventura County. I had a list of who was there, and I can't seem to find it because between that list and the other 17 lists I have around here.
The War Room, man. That's
Yeah.
the way the War Room's
I thought
supposed to
this
be,
was the
Adam.
list.
No,
No,
it's on my
that's
computer
the
at the house.
advertising. That's the advertising campaign we got rolling. But
Needless to say, we're going to have plenty of speakers and learning opportunities, right?
plenty.
oh yeah, Casting Crank will be there. Nick will be there. He's gonna talk about some stuff. He's a fellow podcaster.
Right.
Yeah. Trying to think of who else I have. We got 9 people on the calendar. We even got Kevin with Real Guppies.
Kevin
Fishing.
Brannon.
Kevin Brannon's going
He's
to
a
be.
super good guy. Kevin, I love you.
He's going to be doing fishing the pier. He's going to talk
good.
about pier fishing.
He does a lot of great work with kids out there in
Yeah.
the community. Really good stuff. He's a good guy.
Captain Tiffany.
Vog?
Vague.
Yeah,
Vog.
Vague. Yeah,
She's going to be doing
Tiffany.
some pole wrapping, some rod wrapping.
Yeah, that's great. She's really good at that too.
Well,
Beautiful work.
it's going to be good. We're putting together quite a count. We're trying to bring people that people want to hear and listen and learn.
Yeah.
Sean Stewart from Aloha.
Yeah.
We're trying to get Eric from Eric's Tackle has a list of people that he's trying to get in there.
You couldn't
And
pick
he's
a better guy than Sean Stewart.
That's right. Yeah, that's
he's
what
a great guy.
Yep.
He's just a really nice person and a capable, extraordinary fisherman.
Yeah, and he's got a great fundraiser nonprofit for his mom, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Or he does an annual fundraiser for his mom for cancer awareness and
Nice.
stuff like that.
Very
so,
nice.
Sean's a good guy, and
He is.
I'll be fishing with him this year. So I'm looking forward to it. But
You know, extraordinary amount of people in this business reach out and help others. You two guys would probably be happy to know that we have sent down probably $50,000 worth of clothing, food, and other stuff we send to Mexico several times every year. We
That's
sent
awesome.
down. We took care of the entire island of Cedros recently.
oh wow,
We sent down because they had a hurricane that went through there, the remnants of that. Most recently, we took care of some real poor pueblos down there around Ensenada, and we still have a warehouse full of clothing that we need to ship down and get more down. We're into our season now, and so we don't have the time. But there are a lot of people. Kevin, you mentioned Sean Stewart
Yeah.
with the cancer awareness. A lot of people in this business helping others.
Well, you know what's cool is that the collaboration's everything. When it comes down to, I'm on the advisory board for the Ventura County Salvation Army. I'm
Yeah,
on their advisory
that's
board,
great.
and I'm also on the board for the Ventura Downtown Lions Club. But we used to take truckloads of stuff to the border, and they had a person that they'd connect with, and then we'd get stuff over there.
No, it's a pain in the neck,
Glasses,
believe me,
yeah, glasses and clothing and stuff like that. So definitely collaboration's everything with the Rotary. I believe the Rotary down there in San Diego has a good connection into Mexico.
Well, I have to
But,
take you up on that one.
yeah, I had to track them down, but yeah, there's always a system making it hard for us to make a difference in someone else's life. We just got to find a way around it.
Yeah, exactly. I knew the mayor of Tecate at one time, and his wife actually came down to the friggin' border, because crossing at Tecate is a little bit easier than going through San
Yes, it
Isidro.
is.
And she came down to the border and said, "Hey, no, let them through. They let us through." So it was great, and all we had was a truck full of clothing. So
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
if you get the right people, they appreciate what you're
They
doing,
do,
and
they
then
do.
some people always try to take advantage. Tecate, Mexico's a little bit easier.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I had a family that was in the mayor of Eufrasio Santana was my mom's
Oh,
uncle
really?
was the mayor and then president or the highest level of governor there
Oh, nice.
in Tecate, Mexico back in the day.
Yeah, I love Tecate. It's
Great
a nice
family
little-
reunions there.
Nice little town. Back to this. So we've got freshwater, we've got saltwater, we have got hunting. Do we do hunting?
A little bit. We didn't have time to bring enough of those vendors in.
Is that something that you're planning for the future?
We're definitely planning for it. We are
Yeah.
going to have some, we got like VC Armory who's going to be there. They do it's like simulators like what the police departments use and
Yeah.
sheriff's
Shooting
department.
situations, hostage
So we
situations.
kind of have a little bit of that, but the thing is with the fairgrounds right now, they're not allowing firearms yet. Like, they cut the gun shows that they're going to be bringing them back. So once we get to that point where they open it up, I think we're going to bring a lot more hunters. And so, but some of the tackle shops they may be bringing some hunting. I know they're bringing like archery and stuff like that, but there's not going to be any ammo sale or anything like that. But so, unfortunately, we focused on the sport fishing, and then the hunting was, we have a few people there, but not much.
Okay, very good.
But it's going to grow.
Yeah, that sounds good. And Adam, one thing you mentioned a second ago, you're going to have a couple of speakers who are going to do surf fishing.
Yeah.
ahead.
Lacey's Guide Service is also another guy. He's from the Sierras.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he'll be here too.
Pyramid Lake.
From Pyramid Lake. Yeah.
You mentioned a second ago the cost of fishing trips, and they are costly. Some people can afford them, some people can't. That's where I think surf fishing is so great because it's affordable, and you can take your kids out there, and if they get bored with the surf fishing, they can throw sand at each other or do whatever kids do.
Go
right?
swimming.
Yeah, go swimming.
Surf fishing is great. Just have proper gear and get it out there. I've surf fished in Cancun.
Oh,
last
did
time
you?
I
I bet
there,
that
yeah.
was fun.
That
Throw a
kind
little chrome jig.
a
catching
bat ray.
jackdaws, toros.
A bat ray.
Oh, really?
A bat
Nice.
ray. I thought I had something really big, and I did. And
A blue marlin from the surf.
and a
Oh, it's a bat ray.
good old coffee grinder, my bartender's gear. So
Your bartender in Cancun?
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
funny.
I connect with everybody.
Yeah, right on,
I was a
man.
bartender for 30 years. I make friends with anybody and everybody.
Yeah, hey, I bartended at the
Yeah.
county fair in Orange County
There
every
you
year.
go.
I love it. You make
Nothing
friends
wrong with that. It's a good
Ex-
time.
Exactly.
But I think that going back and forth to Mexico, back to what you're saying,
Yeah.
I always take a backpack full of gear
Yeah.
and I give it to them, and
Me too.
he gives it to people, because they share. Of course, they'll take what's best, which they should. And I let them know, hey, this is I took them a bunch of pin reels, jig masters, about 6 jig masters. And they loved it. They're not used to it because they're coffee going. They got the
Yeah, right.
the spinning reels.
Yes.
This tradition that's traditional to them. But once they learn it, they're really happy with it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know.
Good stuff. Have we covered it all, guys? I mean, is there anything
Yes.
else that we
Well,
need to know?
If there's anybody out there that wants any information on this event,
Please.
feel free to give me a call at 805-216-1927. Our website is www.sportsfishingexpo.com. Feel free to reach out to us. We're accessible. That's all we do. This show, we're working it full time. That's the way we do our shows. It's not a part-time gig. It's not a weekend warrior thing. It's what we do. We're the owners of Expo Marketing,
Yeah.
which allows us to advertise on multiple platforms and get it done. And we know what we're doing because we've been doing it for other people for years, along with our own shows that we've been having since 2006. And like I say, we've done over 100 shows. We've done over close to 40 large-scale expos. My partner Richard's traveled around the world doing
Internationally as
shows.
well.
Uh-huh.
So it's a win. To me, it's going to be successful, and it's going to continue to grow. And I hope the people that enjoy this ride with us stick with us for a while. My other expos and shows, we have a 75 to 80% retention from one show to the next.
I believe it.
And that's what we want to accomplish with this. The same formula, same deal. Customer service, concierge service. I've spent hours and hours on the phone talking to vendors that are already committed, and they have questions. I answer them all. It's not just a website you go to and that's all you get.
I can see that. I can see it clearly.
You
here.
call us, I'm here with my boards, my charts, my 17 flip pads that I got that I was gonna organize into one if it ever happens. But I got different colored notepad, everything.
Richard, anything else you want to say?
No, I mean, I appreciate you guys coming out.
You know what? I got to say something to both of you gentlemen, and that is, we literally met a half hour ago.
Right.
I feel like I've known you guys a long time. You're so nice. You're so accommodating. I can see you're willing to work with everybody out there. You give your phone number out. It's been a real pleasure.
And again, it's not about ego. We really want to do something for the community. People that know us from our other events, I mean, we do a lot with small businesses, and we wanted to do something for the fishing industry because it's right here. And we're so shocked that nobody's come back to do a show here. And you saw, you just went fishing, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of these small businesses out there that service our industry, and I just feel like they kind of get left behind. And what's good about this show, especially for the local businesses, there's still some booths available if you guys want one or need one, inquire with Adam, is that a lot of these small businesses don't make it to the bigger shows because they can't shut down. They don't have the staff, especially after COVID. So they get left out. They feel like they get left out here. Now there's no excuse.
Yeah,
it's in
right.
your backyard. You wanted a show, we brought it, and the reception's been awesome. I mean, I was surprised. It ramped up very fast.
That's great.
faster than I thought.
Yeah.
Adam, feel the same way about you.
Pleasure.
It's really been
Thank
great.
you.
One more time, the date and where it is. One more time.
It
so
is at
nobody
the West Coast Outdoor Sports Fishing Expo will be held Cinco de Mayo weekend, May 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the Ventura County Fairgrounds. If you would like any information on that, you can go to www.sportsfishingexpo.com or you can call me direct, 805-216-1927. I will answer the phone. Thank you.
The West Coast Outdoor Sport Fishing Expo. Don't miss it. Adam, thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Richard,
Thank
a
you
pleasure.
very much.
Thank you so much.
This May 3rd, 4th, and 5th, get ready for an adventure-packed weekend at the West Coast Outdoor Sport Fishing Expo. Taking place at the Ventura Fairgrounds, it's everything outdoors under the sun. Discover the latest in boats, explore thrilling charters, and dive into the world of RVs. Whether you're an avid angler or just love the great outdoors, there's something for everyone. For more information, visit sportfishingexpo.com.